Welcome to episode 89 of Meet the GIMP. 89, so episode 100 is coming up, I think in about 2 months or so, depending how productive Philip and I are. And up to now, I have an idea for the intro of show 100, but nothing what to do there. I think it should be something special. Ideas are very welcome. Just put them in the comments here, or better even in the forum at forum.meetthegimp.org. I'll make a new thread there for show 100. And for today, I want to cover a thing about the erase tool. Here is the eraser, and when I select this, I can just go over here and erase the stuff that I've made here. When I erase here on the background, on the white, nothing happens. Okay, I now press X to change here background and foreground color, and when I now erase, I paint with black. So the erase tool is basically a paintbrush working with the back color, with the background color. And also the options are quite the same as with a paintbrush here. You see, I can select a brush, different brushes, and so on. I have here fade out and all this stuff. See here, or X again. And even when I select a different color, this was for the foreground, okay, now it's the background. You see, I just paint with the background color. Easy, isn't it? Well, I think this was it for this week, and I'll see you back again next Tuesday. Not enough? Well, there really is more to it. And thanks to an email from Jim, I came to some really new insights for me. So let's have a closer look. Here on the bottom is anti-erase with Alt as a modifier key. So I just click this on, and when I paint now, nothing happens. This works only if we have transparency involved. In this layer here, without an alpha channel, you can see it here, the background, it has a bold type here. This shows there is no alpha channel with this layer. Without an alpha channel in the layer, the erase tool is really only an inverted paintbrush. But if we have an alpha channel, like here, you see it's not bold, and I won't add one here, but you can see here add alpha channel is active here. And here, oh sorry, you can't see it here, it's out of the recording window. Here add alpha channel is inactive and remove alpha channel is active, which was inactive here. So, with an alpha channel, this gets a whole different behavior. And now I have my erase tool and well, first let's erase something here on this layer with an alpha channel. Okay, alpha channel. Let's first have a look at the channels here. Here's a channels dialog, and you know perfectly well that a digital image is made out of red, green, and blue pixels. And so there's a red, a green, and a blue channel in each image. These are all the red values, these are all the green values, these are all the blue values. And added up, they give this colorful image. And then there is the alpha channel. And the alpha channel contains the information about how much of these values are visible, how much this image is opaque and not transparent. And here the alpha channel is pure white, and this pure white means everything is visible, nothing is invisible, and no background would come through this. This channels dialog here shows always the sum of the whole image. You see it here in this little thumbnail. There is 100 and the background, and if you look here, the 100 is here, and the background is here. So when I make the background invisible, you first see that here we have a lot of transparency. This checkerboard pattern is the sign for transparency. And then you see here we have black. This whole image is black. But here in the alpha channel we have white in the middle. At the moment I have to confess that I don't know exactly what this switching between marked and unmarked does do. Okay, let's have that for a different show. But I can take this alpha channel, just pull it up here into the image window, and here you see the alpha channel of this image as a real image. This is now a grayscale one-layer image, and I can work on this image and even put it later on as the alpha channel. So I don't want to save this. When I now use the eraser, and let's check that I'm working on the right, yes, I'm working on the right layer. When I now use the eraser, you see here this exclamation mark vanishes, and here it is gone also. So with erasing stuff here in the image, I change the alpha channel. You see here, this is gone. Oh, let's enlarge this here. You see here, I have changed the alpha channel. And now I have hope for unerasing this stuff. I should be able to press the Alt key, and you see here now, as perhaps you see it, here you see it, there's a small minus. There's a window manager override with my Linux system. Alt and left mouse key is moving the window around and not erasing. So just go here and click anti-erase. And now I can unerase this image here. Let's try this. Well, you see, it's very successful. And, well, this is easy, because the text tool, well, the reason for this mishap here is easy. It's because the text tool uses only the alpha channel to cut out this text, to write the text. And with this image, this layer here was generated by the text tool, and I have lost the text information, switched off the text information. And if we look here at the channels, you see all the channels are black, and only the information which is visible and not is controlled by the alpha channel. And so erasing changes the color information here. Let's try this with a better example, with an empty or unchanged alpha channel in it. I just, let me make this visible, just add a new layer. I say I want to have it white. I have here some color information. Let's make it this way, and now I add some stuff where we can look through. Just press erase, and now I have cut a hole into this layer here. Let's remove the selection. So this cutout, you see the background, and you see here in the thumbnail that there is a little bit of this checkerboard looking through. And with unerasing, here in this area where I had erased the color, I restore the color, and unerasing here in this cutout, I remove the cutout, I fill the hole, so the color information in this area is not gone. It's still there, and only the alpha channel was set to 0. Let's have a look at the alpha channel. Here it's white, but when I make this here invisible, then you see here we have white, and here a black cutout and something painted in there, as you see it here. And if we look exactly at the corners here, you see there is some gray in between, and this is a change in transparency, just going from fully invisible to fully visible, and there's a gradient in between. This alpha channel stuff has some similarities to layer masks, hasn't it? You control the transparency of an image, the opacity or transparency. And so let's look if we find something about that here. Just click on right mouse button here and go to Add Layer Mask. And here I have two options that contain the word alpha channel. Layers alpha channel and transfer layers alpha channel. Let's try this first here. I just add this, and nothing has changed because we now have here the layer mask. But when I now take my erase tool and switch, we still have anti-erase. I can anti-erase here as much as I want. I can here erase the stuff that's here. And when I go into the original color field here, even anti-erase works like erase. Let's look here. It's just the same. Really, I don't see a deeper reason to this behavior, but well, let's take it as it is. And now, when I look at the alpha channel, we have to switch off this first here. You know what happened? You know why this was so strange? Because I painted on the new layer mask. You see here, I haven't switched back to my original image here. I have painted on the layer mask, and using the eraser on the layer mask it's simply the same like painting on an image without an alpha channel. Like here, the background. It's inverted painting with the background color, and as this is monochrome, this red here is black, is the same as black. So I've just demonstrated to you that the same stuff that I did in the first part of the show. But okay, important lesson with this, I won't cut it out. Just check where you're working before you start. You see here we have a white border around this, and now we have a white border around this here. And click on this. And now, when I start to erase here, then I can erase the stuff that is there. And when I do anti-erase, I can unerase the stuff that I have just erased, but not the stuff that is manipulated by the layer mask. Wow, yeah, it works as expected. This knowledge about the unerasability of the eraser makes working with images much lighter. We had a blog post some weeks ago about images from Leningrad which were composed out of old images from the blockade of Leningrad and new images made from the same spot. And very impressive images. Have a look yourself. At the forum at forum.meetthegimp.org we have a thread running, Leap in Time, where some very good images about this have been shown. And let me show you the latest here by Bert from Bonn. And he has shown here the old main train station in Victorian times, and it's today's state here with the cars and all the poles and these wires and so on. This was done with a layer mask, but it could be done also with the erase tool, because you can unerase your mistakes. And you can even enhance your mask if you have a layer mask already and you see just a little error, then just use the erase tool, and if it gets better, just make a new layer mask out of the alpha channel. This transparency is so important to GIMP that there's even an own menu for it. If you go to Layer, you find here a thing with transparency. And here are all the options collected. Add the alpha channel, remove the alpha channel, color to alpha, so you can specify a color and convert it to transparency. So let's try to make red alpha in this image here, in this top layer. Just go to Layer, Transparency, Color to Alpha. Then we have a preview. This preview here is pretty transparent because our color here is simply white. And I want to have pure red as my color. Okay. Why didn't it work here? Okay, now it's working. And now you see we have transparency here in the bottom corner. Let's try this. And you see this has become transparent, but not fully, because there is still some image information here. This was not pure white, and the alpha channel now looks a little bit strange here. You see here it's gray, dark gray, black, and so on. But therefore we have a different thing here. Let me just switch this on again. There was an option here with transparency and threshold alpha. Make alpha transparency all or nothing. And so let's do this. Here I can say the threshold of the alpha channel that I want to have. Let's say something like this here. You can see here I can say where I want to have the border between alpha channel or transparency and not. And now my alpha channel, let's have a look here. All white, because I forgot to switch this off. Now the alpha channel is black and white. Nothing gray in between. The other options here about the selection are easy. You can just take your alpha channel and make a selection out of it. You can edit, subtract it, and so on. Let's just do this here, alpha to selection, and now you see everything that is here in the alpha channel is selected. This is now a hard selection with a hard edge, and it would be feathered if I had still this gray in it. Quite abstract, isn't it? Okay, let's wrap this up. There are two possible layers in GIMP, one without an alpha channel and one with an alpha channel. A layer without an alpha channel, well, it is fully visible, fully opaque. And in a layer with an alpha channel, the opacity is controlled by the values in this alpha channel. White means opaque, and black means transparent. You see this control of the alpha channel with the erase tool and the menu here. It's basically the same as applying a layer mask, and I think for photography I would work on a layer mask. For me it's more intuitive just to control the opacity on the layer mask instead of doing this with the erase tool. But well, you can do it any way you want in GIMP. It's for every problem there are at least 10 ways to solve them. I think a lot of this with the alpha channel goes straightly into Philippe's department, doing graphical work with GIMP. But even for the photography side, it's good to keep in mind that we have two ways of controlling the alpha channel. One with the erase tool and other manipulations directly of that channel, and the other way with the layer mask. I have to say, for me, the layer mask is more intuitive, but I think this is only subjective. And a good thing is to combine both of them, for example, refining a layer mask with the eraser, and so on. I'll start a thread in the forum about this alpha channel stuff, and perhaps you have some tips you want to change. If you don't are a member in the forum, just go to meetthegimp.org and to this episode, episode 89, and add a comment. Today, it's Sunday, February 22nd, I got another email from Norman, and it's about fspot. Like me, Norman shoots in RAW, and he has the same bad feelings about well, doing everything in RAW and then an XCF with all the jingles on it, and then just converting it back to JPEG and never be able to go back to there. And so he asked if what use fspot is for us then. Is it only such a tool for giving stars and selecting the images, pruning the stuff out that you don't want, and then going up from there? Well, first I have to say I have contacted the developers of fspot and told them about my bad feelings about not being able to support XCF images with fspot. There is a problem for them with showing these images because there's no thumbnail, something like that. It's an XCF image is not as easy to translate into these thumbnails here as the standard formats or the raw images. But the raw images have all the thumbnail in them. But well, let's say they saw my needs, and well, I think there will be something. I like on fspot this capability of sorting my images, of giving them a rating and throwing away stuff. But I also like the possibility to retrieve images from the database, just finding them. And I want to keep that, and so all my images shall be in fspot. To keep my XCF images in the reach of the database, that I can use this, I go the following way. I just open an image in GIMP, open with GIMP Image Editor, create a new version, yes, of course, and then I wait until, oh, okay, it's here behind. Then I edit this image in GIMP. I won't do this now. I just do a quick enhancement here. Just double this. You see, it's no transparency involved, no alpha channel. I give it a little bit boost here to get well, not very good, but okay. Let's be it this way. Now I just say here save, and I say it should be exported. Yes, okay, of course I export it. Don't take this image here as a masterwork. It's just a speed edit, and now I say here save as. Got the full path here, and can change this with XCF. And now the XCF image is stored. And now let me, yes, I discard all the changes here. When I now get back into fspot, now in fspot I add a tag. Let me look. Can I go up? Yes, I can go up here. With the letter T, I can switch on here the tag line, and I just add has XCF. My tag has XCF is a tag for all the images that have an XCF image with them. Why hasn't it? Okay, I had to close this. Okay. Has XCF. Okay, here it is. Here's my tag, and now I can just clear this selection here on top, type slash as XCF. OK. And here all my images that have an XCF file with them are here. Not very helpful. Now I can just right-click on the image, say copy photo location, and go to GIMP, say File, Open, and here we are. And you see already here, well, here it is on the right place, but I could just paste my new information into here. Just paste. Just replace this with XCF, and after a while of waiting, here we are. This is the image I just did. FSpot stores all the images in a directory that you can specify, and then year, month, day, and you can put into this directory all the stuff you want. You should not erase stuff that is in the database, the images. I think it can be nasty for FSpot if it relies on some file being there and you pull it out under it. But there's nothing against these .uf_raw files or even the .xcf files. This is a way to come around with XCF files, to work with XCF files as long as they are not in the database. It's also the same way to open a NEF file. Just copy the image location and just open this image, not the JPEG, but the NEF with UF_RAW or with GIMP. If you open this with GIMP, UF_RAW is started. We can just check this here. We have here open NEF, and now UF_RAW is started with all the options of exporting this to GIMP. And now this really was it for this day and this week, and I'll see you again next Tuesday, and I think I'll do something more photographic that week. If you want to comment, come to meetthegimp.org and leave a comment on the blog, or write an email to info@meetthegimp.org. Goodbye.
photocastnetwork.com, your photography resource in the potosphere. photocastnetwork.com